Hmm. Yeah, it's just my eyes being weird. Welcome to existence.
She's still under quarantine, I fear.
You made sure to disinfect that tent, right? She was like vomiting crazy this morning.
Yes.
Good thing. I mean, I did tell her to rest. I did not realize I was accidentally
Smells really bad.
having a
still.
good idea for how to deal with an illness.
Yeah.
That's one of the default advices, I guess, when it comes to
So true.
sickness.
I've advised her to stay resting for as long as possible.
Oh, okay. I hard of hearing.
That is fair, there is a lot of hair in the way.
Yeah. I need to cut my hair
Yeah.
a bit.
Howdy.
Question, you guys haven't been feeling lethargic or otherwise, deathly, right?
Not to my knowledge.
Not outside of mana exhaustion, no.
I mean, do you even
Well,
get,
actually,
like...
no, I wouldn't need to ask you, it's a purely biological illness.
Yeah.
Considering the past reparations of the kingdom, I wouldn't be surprised if it started to spread to me.
Hmm.
What, you think you're turning Gannic too?
Hopefully not.
It's terrible, it's high maintenance. You wouldn't like it.
Yeah, no. I mean, hey, let's be glad you don't have like a woman shape. I mean, like, do you know how hard it is to get tampons here? It's hard as hell for me.
Goodness.
Let's not think about this too much.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
I mean, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about it.
Clearly not.
I don't really have to worry about much anyway.
Because it is rare traveling merchants would carry that sort of thing.
Right?
Are you on that druid weed again?
No.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's
That was a
confusion or
very,
guilt.
certain and decisive no. I say, lying.
Listen, by the
Perhaps.
way, I will
Yup.
say this. Should
Yes.
any of you see, John at any point, I got instructions from, the High Druid. It's a little checklist of sorts. It's a checklist. No.
Hmm.
Why is half of this already checked out? Hold on.
Hmm?
Yeah, basically, they just want you to keep a careful eye on John. Should you see them?
Very well.
Yeah.
What's wrong with John?
I mean,
I don't know. They got hurt real bad.
I
they
did
got hurt real
see
bad a
how
while
he
back.
looked when he came back. Less than ideal,
Oh,
at the
damn.
very least.
Yeah.
Okay.
All Lady Shannon has told the rest of us is that
Old lady.
John got hurt real bad.
You're not that old.
I didn't say old lady. I just said Lady Shannon. You know?
I heard old lady. Maybe my ears are playing tricks on me.
Goodness.
No, that's just you self-actualizing.
Oh, any updates regarding Shannon? I know I advised her to rest as much as possible.
We have her, you know, like that little cave where we're building the tavern at the moment? We have her currently in there.
Hopefully comfortable.
Have to make do, I suppose.
Yeah, we put her next to some healing crystals we found. We might use those as lights, since we want to be careful with the electricity we use.
Yes,
Hmm.
I see.
Yeah.
Hopefully she recovers
We really
soon.
gotta put the scaffolding up soon.
Both
Yeah, I'm hoping so too.
Both she and I assumed that it was due to overwork and potential stress of being a defunct, acting leader of sorts.
Oh yeah, no. You know, I share a tent with Shannon because I myself am a fire type person. Yeah, no, she's been coughing and wheezing most of a while. Yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't even get any sleep last night. I was fucking fucked.
We'll have to keep an eye on the others who went then.
People are dying.
Shannon's fucking sick. She is the one that was vomiting last night. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, I'm
Some
a little
people
stressed
sleep
right now, to
very
be
well.
honest.
That's understandable.
Fucking heavy
Alright.
Take some
sleepers.
weed, man.
Fuck it, sure.
Yes. I don't think I've developed a desire or need for sleep yet.
Calm yourself.
Oh, by
No,
the way,
it can be useful.
Apparently the Earth Druid heard about what Shannon has and has, apparently she's coming over today. Apparently whatever Shannon
Oh.
has is a high priority, whatever that means.
I
At
see.
least that means they might know about it.
Yeah. All I got from the carrier pigeon message was that apparently we'd seen this illness before or something. I don't know.
Oh,
I see, so she'll
Wonderful.
at least be
That
able to
means-
point us in the right direction.
indeed.
Yeah.
We'll be able to prescribe the correct treatment, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. We got some stew over there. I'd say, well, we've left this travel pack near the benches of the tree. Me and fucking Althea gotta investigate the tent a bit more, see if there's any more sick things. So you guys just wait by the benches for a bit,
Oh, yeah,
okay?
and don't forget your face masks. I remember COVID. Man, that was a thing. Alright, let's go.
Which COVID? COVID 20 or COVID 40?
The first one.
She is old enough to remember it.
It was only 20 years ago. It wasn't that long.
That also.
15 years ago?
Even less then, exactly.
In my
don't know how
defense,
we- I don't know
physically,
how
I'm
we
not
managed
even
to
a
get-
year old.
Come on, let's get back in this tent. We gotta investigate this.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
our asses over
yeah.
At least in terms of dull physicality, anyway. I know I'm constructed to look
So-
like I'm in my mid-20s, but in terms of actual existence, I've been around for less than a year.
You have a surprising amount of maturity, considering the short amount of time.
I was built to be an assistant for I was made to be an assistant for a noble family,
I see.
so that likely has something to do with it.
Give me a shout if you see him.
Very well.
So, I suspect they're going to come here and say, "Oh yes, we know what this is," but then we'll have to go get something to treat them because I have a doubt. I doubt we have the things to hand. You know. Hello.
I assume you already heard from those two.
What? I heard what?
Or did you just simply see us and
Shannon-
come over?
Yeah.
We are expecting the High Druid today.
Oh my.
If
She-
Shannon,
Well,
if you
is
may
that-
or may not know, is unwell, so we're going to. Apparently, they might have some information, so they're coming in.
Yes. She
We'll see
says
how
that
it
they
goes.
apparently had seen the illness before, so we're at least looking for information. At the very least, as of current, I cannot get sick.
Why you sound very out of it? Are you alright?
You
Take a
know,
moment to
for the
sit.
first day after last thing we did with that werewolf, I
Oh,
felt
right,
the whole day
yes.
like I was drunk. After
Oh,
that, I
yes,
just
the
feel
werewolf
tired
thing.
all the time.
Possibly,
Yeah,
a symptom of manner exhaustion.
See, I always said I
perhaps.
always said werewolves were real. Now it's proof.
Considering the fact that large
Yeah.
dragon-esque creatures have been spotted in Dublin's area, according to
Oh, yeah.
I think we
others,
had
I
broken-
should not be too surprised.
Oh,
Ah.
Welcome. Thank you for coming
Welcome.
here today. I've already done it to one of your 2 turns. Gotta have a quality here.
2 times.
Have you not educated
Sorry.
these two on what this means?
You gotta go kiss the foot. Respectful.
What again?
I bless the earth where I walk. Therefore,
Don't
you should be
kiss that.
blessed.
Yes.
Huh?
Go on.
What? Huh?
Yep.
Huh? Huh? I don't understand.
Bring your knife close to that for to kiss it.
Have you not heard of this custom? Although, no way, it's
Have you guys did
West
it?
Coast.
I
I've
know
done it
kissing-
already, so
I know of the custom of
Finger,
kissing
finger.
hands,
No
but
way.
feet is quite a different thing.
No
I bless you
way.
for each step I take. Therefore,
No way.
Kissing of
You
the
gotta be
hands more of
kidding
a
me.
Central European
Yeah, go on.
thing.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
No way.
Don't look at him with
Lucius.
that smile.
Lucy has already done so once in the past. Please. Oh, Sullivan.
It's the highest form of showing respect as well.
yeah,
Trust me, you will need this
exactly.
blessing for what's up ahead.
Cultural integration. Yeah, we gotta do our part.
Can you show me how done it correctly?
No.
Lucia, demonstrate.
All right. Sure. You know what? Sure. All right. Let's
Yeah.
just. let me,
After you.
Of course. There you go.
Okay,
I'll do it.
so you're not kidding me. Okay, then I will do it.
Yes.
Why would we be kidding you? It's a
I
serious
mean,
cultural matter.
I doubt
If
the
you're
High
worried about-
Druid would joke us like this.
No. Man, no. I suppose my daughter hasn't told you a lot about this tradition.
No, if at all.
Yeah, she's a bit more new with her traditions compared to mine. Local customs, I assume. If you're worried about the filth, Gaia's blessing keeps most of my body clean. Those are it matters most.
All right. Well,
Is the half-blood okay?
They might not be used to such things.
culture shock.
Don't
Don't
worry
worry.
about
Yes.
that.
Culture
They'll
shock. It
find a way.
happens to some people.
Right.
But yes,
Yes, we were informed you had some information regarding the illness that Shannon is currently
yeah,
suffering.
Shannon's condition.
Have you heard of a village called Ymir?
I think I have actually.
I'm afraid I
Do
haven't.
you remember what happened to Ymir?
Apparently there was zombies. I wasn't there personally.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. A few months ago, back in around the August or September range, the mother crystal that you lot were using to create healing and containment crystals with was running dry. So, Deirdre sent you lot out on an investigation, although you three weren't around back then. So I'm only using you lot to refer to the ones who were sleeping. After some investigation, some of your allies discovered that there was a temple of some kind where the crystal could have been located. And instead of using blood to open the temple, like how it should have been, someone used a containment crystal. Now, via a sick butterfly effect, and an attempt at corruption via the Dusk Mother, an ancient illness had spread out of that temple and destroyed the entire town, only being stopped when some of you lot tracked down the spirit responsible. In the aftermath, said village was sealed off completely, the border of Dublin actually being redrawn by the government to hide this up. So now Ymir, once part of County Meath, is now part of County Dublin, therefore now part of Druid territory. Lady Shannon, from what I have heard, made a visit there recently, as she had done before, to gather some old supplies she had left behind there. That was when her symptoms began, I heard. A village of once 700 now reduced to less than 50, and theoretically now reduced to less than 15, thanks to the resurgence of a similar illness. It is why I emphasized giving you the blessing today, for you will be needing it.
I see.
There are still scared village folk there, those who, at one point or another, would have been considered part of the civilized part of Ireland. So pack light. Bring the
I see.
smallest possible weapon you have. We do not wish to cause a panic. technically speaking, this would be their first exposure to other communities within Dublin, aside from Shannon every now and then.
I see.
Sure.
It'll take about a day or two to reach there. The path there is through some old mountains and through some abandoned train tracks. Once you are there, your mission is simple. Figure out the potential source of this illness, talk to people about Dublin and what they should expect from it now that they are part of its territory, and also, if you were able to locate the source of the illness, try to find a way to stop it.
I see.
And if not that, at very least, inform us of the source.
Relevant question, I feel. How close are they to the Fianna? Because, you know, if they're now part of Dublin, they'll have to worry about that.
Far. Be
Okay.
heading towards
Very well.
the northwestern part of the county.
Okay, so that's not going to be an issue. Alright, well, at least we don't have to drop that on them.
I'm not even sure that Fianna have been made aware of Ymir's unofficial inclusion into the greater territory of Dublin.
Alright. Well, okay. I suppose it would make sense. I don't have this spell. If any of us have Detect Corruption, that'd be useful to have today.
Fortunately, I don't have the I don't believe I learned it.
What about you?
Still working on at least making sure I'm adept with the ones I do know.
By the way, O'Sullivan, please be careful. I heard you suffered great exhaustion about a week ago. I would advise you not bring any more spells than necessary.
One of the others
does
at the
that
camp
what you
advised the
guys
same of
bringing-
us regarding Mr. John.
I mean, my usual stuff, just minus the big sword.
I do not know what
Your
happened
usual
to John.
stuff.
My daughter
What's
has
your
not
usual
informed
stuff?
me yet.
He was like, I believe if I recall right,
can
he was
tell me
involved in the
later.
same thing Sullivan was.
Comprehend languages,
You can tell me more later.
disguise,
Very well.
This is more important.
and for
Yes.
today only, small sword. Small concealable.
You're a
I would
hidden guy.
advise you lock fill in your equipment as soon as you can. Time
Right.
is of the essence.
Yeah.
I'll leave my bat at home then.
Advised.
The knife I can keep
If you are to
concealed
encounter-
within my jacket.
If you are to encounter hostiles, it is most likely those who are not properly equipped, so those who use their fists or animals. Or even the odd spirit or two. If anything more, cooperate together to defeat the enemy. Ymir is new to us. It normally would have been under the jurisdiction of the Belfast Grove, but well, now it's part of now it's part of my daughter's territory instead.
I see.
And unfortunately, the Belfast Grove is currently trying to dismantle an oil rig just off the coast of Belfast.
Oh.
Well, they're having difficulty, but that's for another day. If that ever becomes relevant again. If I may ask, how have you lot been the past spring?
Alright so far, we've been settling in. Ben's been ups and downs, but we're doing better than I thought we would.
Yes, even amidst
Considering-
all of the unsettling developments.
Any luck on the Water Temple so far?
Was
I heard
it
O'Sullivan
you
was
folks
there
this
for the
week?
recent revelation.
Yes, I didn't hear about what came of that. Wasn't there myself.
Well, my daughter informed me. A mighty revelation indeed.
Yes.
Oh, we'll have to ask around a bit then. That sounds
Yes.
interesting.
I believe it was something to do with an old temple.
Well, my daughter has informed me so far. These auroras, the ones present in Dublin, have been around for too long already. They should have ended more than a month ago. But they're only getting thicker each day.
That would line up with what the spirit said in the tower.
Yes. I mean, I myself can even feel it in the air like a heartbeat. And so can every other summoner I've talked to in the area.
Okay, so
Oh?
Oh.
I think this is what the younger generation calls the flux.
yes, it happened. I'm sitting down now. Don't worry about it. What I was going to say was, so just important info a bit here. In regards to a solution for this illness, what should we be looking for? I can note it down.
Well, I would suggest that your first lead is to locate the Glacier Shrine. It is
Yes.
where the illness first came from back in September. It is a small temple,
Okay.
once built to be a prison.
For a 1,000-year-old elf spirit person.
For someone that
Sorry.
allegedly had been around since the fourth cycle.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, Sullivan.
Mhm.
Should these
Should we
two
get more
ask
interviews
you,
like that?
should these two ask of you what went on in Malahide, please let them know, alright? As in last week.
Sure.
Alright.
I see.
Everyone?
I'm gonna ask you on the way, because it's a good walking topic.
And I could perhaps
We'll be
ask
doing a
you
lot of
of
walking
older
today, I will
matters.
say. All of you will be doing a lot of walking. Sometimes you might go a while without seeing anyone.
Same as usual, I suppose.
Very
There
well.
to west, through the mountains.
Thank you. We shall.
I've gotten
See
used
you
to
when we're
8-hour
done.
walks between here and the Druid camp at the very least. Don't worry, I'm already faffing with the settings to what I assume.
Ah, yeah, the second.
I've
Out of
already-
character, I'm feeling like
What?
really tired and dumb today, so yeah. That dance was in character.
Oh fuck! I'm just doing a re-upload where I toggle off that big sword so it's more immersive. Give me a moment.
Before we continue onwards, we'll be spawning in a different part of the map that has no teleports. Just quickly follow me real quick.
Look,
Also, on the way, turn off the welcome UI over here
yeah, just easy use.
for extra immersion.
Get erased.
The immersion in my land.
Immersion.
Future.
Alright, step behind me.
That's I'm gonna commit immersion.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
Before we get to our typical meta commentary mode with Moira, just so it's strictly out of character section real quick. Let's go. We have quite a few options to turn off today because this world is like that. First of all, go to world object settings and turn off the world seats.
But I want a seat.
Erase
Well, if
them.
you want the seat on, it's up to you, but like, it's very sensitive.
Yeah. I just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
continue.
disable NPCs.
No way! We're disabling you. Bye bye.
No.
Disable the treasure chests.
No loot.
Enable damage Ymir.
And presumably path to
where's
Glacier
that?
Shrine.
Yes,
Wait,
enable
enable
path to Glacier
what?
Shrine.
Enable. Uh huh.
And also, yeah.
I found it.
All right. Now, let me just take a look at the lingering injuries real quick, so I can make sure to see if you need to be slow or not. No, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. Alright, so, time of day, on account of the looming mana storm, weird/odd.
Ooh.
Yo, my yo.
Looks
And make
pretty
sure you turn
dancing
your
along the
day-night
mountains
cycle
like that.
off.
Huh?
Oh yeah, no.
Cycle. Yeah, cycle.
Yeah, make sure you turn off your day.
Welcome to the odd dimension.
The bizarrities
Alright.
of man.
The pink dimension.
I will quickly inform you this for Milia since you joined a bit late. Just to what to expect from today's event.
Mhm.
Due to the low, with the way I'm a bit inspired by how you did your goblin thing. So a lot of this event is very slow paced
Oh
and
my
more or
God.
less hinged on player to player interaction rather than player to NPC interaction. This is also mainly because I had to rewrite this event the last minute because the world I was originally going to use got nuked. So
Oh
Ah,
my god.
yikes.
ah shit, for real?
it happens. Yeah,
That's rough.
It was, yeah. So if the event seems weird at any point, that's probably why, because of the last minute rewrite that was done literally 2 hours ago. So apologies ahead of time. Let's see, what else do I need? Because it's just me and Ozzy, if you need a DM call, it might take a bit longer than usual, especially if
Yeah.
both me and Ozzy are active NPCs. So
Yeah,
do
no
be wary
worries.
of that. You might also be here slightly overtime. About just warning about that possibility, just
I'll
in case depending on
live.
how you guys
I don't have anything else
navigate
planned.
today. Yeah. With that out of the way, I'm gonna go disappear. Ozzy and I will get ready. Please wait about like 20 or so seconds. In the meantime, you lot can chat amongst each other and figure out what O'Sullivan has told the rest of you guys.
What I did?
Those-
What I did to people? What the hell is Malahide? What the hell that was?
Malahide was like the name of the town you guys were next to during last week's event.
Oh, right.
Right,
With the
right.
werewolf thing happening.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can talk to each other about that and figure out how much O'Sullivan's told the guys. You've been on the road. You've been walking for about 1 to 2 days by now.
Days? Okay, I was rambling about that druid for days.
We've pit stops
How I
along the way,
hate
of
feet
course.
fetish.
Anyways,
I
see
don't
you-
like feet. I don't like feet. They say over
I
there.
see you in
hate
town,
feet.
people.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wait about 15 to 20 seconds.
yeah. No, Pravel can probably just walk like any distance as long as he has energy. But you guys actually need rest and sleep and shit.
It's terrible.
I
Yeah.
wasn't talking about that. I'm not talking about my feet. I'm talking about feet of that druid.
The divine.
If Pravel has no idea what the hell, but finds it amusing.
If Peril wasn't member of Slater, he would fly off the cliff right now.
Understandably. It's not actually that
But
far
anyway.
down of a cliff, actually. But evidently you're not meant to be down there in game. I don't even think you're meant to be over here. Alright, I think that's enough
Rain
time.
Mountains!
All right, Mountain Ho, let's go.
Yeah, it's becoming slightly colder, and the mana storms appear to be brewing again.
I thought we'd finished with all this now. This is.
The higher up a location you go, the more likely snow will have to stay.
I know that. That's been not very fond of it.
If nothing else, you're blending in with the environment better than us two.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Evan? Howdy.
Huh? Howdy, partner.
Nothing wrong for people in Dublin, okay? That's
Yeah, welcome to Dublin.
Yeah.
apparently
Apparently.
so. Yeah, no longer a part of Meave. Yeah.
Do you not even like offer to take you out of this place? It's kind of a dick
No.
move, say it lightly.
They thought it had like a long hibernation time, that infection. So
Oh,
Oh.
yeah,
I see.
they couldn't risk it. And because of that fucking red sky bullshit that happened not so long afterwards, I pretty much sealed their fate.
We had heard there was some sort of affliction going around. Does anyone here caught it?
Well, to be honest, we don't really know what the current one is. The last one was basically repeating what happened at Stonehenge. If you ever heard about that, where people were like tearing each other to bits and shit. You know.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know about that. That's.
My
my
sister tried to
goodness.
rip my fucking foot off. I mean, it's a prosthetic I'm wearing right now on my foot.
Oh.
Oh.
You have a very strong sister. Oh,
My
goodness.
apologies.
That's terrible.
Yeah, she was 8. I had to blow her heads open with my dad's shotgun.
Has the well, it probably has. Has anyone had any luck treating whatever this new version is, or is that still a little mystery?
Yeah, we got the priest over there. We got the priest over there, by the Elven
I see.
temple over there.
Very well.
Don't go in the church. It's where all the infected currently are. But he knows more about what's going on at the
I
moment
see.
than anything else.
Sure.
We'll go
My
and follow
advice.
them.
My advice. I'm gonna be a bit honest here. As a newly awakened healer, I can already smell the three of you from a mile away.
Hmm.
He's old-fashioned and mundane like that. Try not to sound too magical to him. He's a bit jumpy at the moment.
Oh, I see.
I see.
Well,
Understandably
thank you for-
so.
Well, thank you for making us aware. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
Speak like a real doctor.
yeah.
Speak
Look
like
at
a
that
doctor.
outfit. It's so fucking weird. Like, what is it?
He's wearing a coat. It's better than us. They're better than
Huh?
us. They're wearing a coat.
It looks like something you'd find in an elven dig site.
Huh?
I suppose as of
It's
current,
fine,
I'm not
don't worry.
feeling temperature right now, thankfully.
Hmm.
I mean, hey, at least you dressed for the occasion, but still, I have never seen anything like that before. Although that might
Oh.
just be my fucking human bullshit getting in the way.
Okay, so how long have you been in Dublin?
I mean,
This place.
aside from that one midget elf that came across us recently, the pink-haired one, you guys are pretty much our other contact. We've been too busy
Okay.
trying to survive the cold up here. With,
Alright,
no
so
food coming from the train station, we've had to install a greenhouse in the old manor.
alright, so good Dublin tip. Don't trust anyone who says they're from the Fianna because they enslave people.
That. I would have
Yeah.
used a little more tact than that, but
Well,
Yes.
it's best to be blunt. I mean, there's no real other way of putting it. They enslave people. That's what they do.
I.
But luckily, you're very
Okay.
far away
I
from
would have
them,
simply
so
said
I'm just making you
warmongers,
aware.
but
You know,
Okay.
you're very
I mean,
far
most
away
of-
from them. So you probably won't have to worry about it for a very, very long time.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
if you want to know more what's going on, just
Alright,
Head
we'll
over-
go inquire with them. Thank you.
yeah, the temple of the fertility goddess, that one. Yeah.
Ah, alright. Wonderful.
I mean, you
Well,
kind of
thank you very
need
much.
that when you're in such shit conditions as up here, you know.
I see.
Well,
Hopefully, I can also see about reaching out to a different tribe of hunter-gatherers. See about helping this area.
You know what? I'll ask one question later. Just
Yes. We'll try
Honestly,
and
be
figure out as
glad
much
you're-
as we can.
honestly, just be glad you're fucking Muppet or something. Can't catch what's over here.
I'll forgive that. I'll forgive that calling, considering the stress.
Like, not right in the head.
well, they're
Outside that-
they're a militarized
Yeah.
raiding society. they'll raid people until they can't find anyone else left to raid, and then they'll collapse. That's what's going to happen, realistically speaking.
They want just to hold this, only the Dublin piece of land, because outside there's like mage hunters, soldiers,
If nothing
guns,
else, I could
tanks, robots.
potentially. If nothing else, I could pose as a servant or a guard to you too, if we're going to keep things low.
That's fine. No worries.
Yeah, back to the deal. So we need to, how do you think, track the patient zero to figure out how it all started.
Hi.
Oh,
Greetings.
We heard there'd been some sort of illness going around up here.
oh,
Well, we're from.
many
It's
of
okay.
our sick here in here. Very bad at illness.
I see. Has there been any?
Barely move, they can barely even
Goodness.
speak.
Goodness. Has there been any luck in treating it?
No.
I
We
see.
got a little bit close, but that one chance turned out to be a fluke.
Can you tell us about it, Evoy? Good to know.
She was expecting a child, I think.
Hmm. Is the
And,
child okay?
Turns out the child had the rest of the illness.
Well, I don't. I'm not sure how the valid that is for everyone.
Chance of surviving past midnight or even to the next day.
I see. All right. Well. Well, someone from our group had also caught something very similar, and we were under the assumption it's likely the same illness. And we got a feeling it probably originated from up here, so we're just trying to. I'm very colorblind. Do they think it? Possibly. I'm quite colorblind.
I've hear things on air.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yes.
She heard about us from I think it was a bird.
But, oh yeah, that's a
Uh,
more common means of talking now, I guess. But okay. All right. Well, besides the illness, I'm aware that something evidently has happened here at some point. Has there been any other disturbances recently?
yeah, some minor earthquakes.
I see. All right.
Which is kind of weird. We don't get much movement.
Okay. These been fairly random occurrences, or have they been happening in a consistent time?
Consistent, yeah. I mean, the storms from Dublin been getting closer too.
I see. Okay. Well, we are probably going to have a bit of a look around, see if we can figure anything else out on our own. It's always good to have a fresh pair of eyes around. Well,
Alright.
free trio of eyes? I don't know. And if we do
Yes.
find anything you guys haven't already spotted, we'll make sure to inform you.
Yes.
No,
Well,
thank you for
look
answering.
around. I'd advise the exit to the village. We're right from me over yonder that way.
All right. Well, thank you. We will head over that way then.
Very well.
All right.
This brown-haired healer woman says she sensed a lot of magic from that way.
Match.
Well, that would be considered out as an ordinary, so it's a good place to check, I'd say. Either way.
Very well.
Wonderful. Alright, we shall see you around.
Safe travels.
I wish you well.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
So how does this sickness transfers?
Good question.
Is it like flu?
I don't think we know currently.
Could be a result of the mana.
But we have received the appropriate blessing, so that hopefully means. Actually, you know what? We see any weird gases, cover your mouth. Don't touch anything. It doesn't need touching.
I believe so, yes.
Don't drink any water from the area.
The most ominous enemy is the one you cannot see.
Like radiate.
Yes, that is. Yes, that is usually attributed to radiation. Hopefully this leads to the shrine. I realize we should have asked about that.
Well, I don't want to bring it up to be a bit too suspicious.
Perhaps
But I'm
not.
assuming it must be this way. Is that a motorbike? What the heck?
An
Bike?
abandoned motorcycle. Well,
Oh my
seemingly.
goodness.
Does have any
The
fuel?
bike looks incredibly damaged. If the right tools are acquired, it could make your journey somewhat easier, if you knew where you were going at least.
Do we want to wheel this back to the village? I'm not
I think-
particularly mechanically proficient. You do.
I thought you are. You were collecting radios and stuff.
Just because I have a university degree doesn't mean I know about everything in existence. Like this, for example.
Unfortunately, my doll-based expertise was as a painter's assistant, not a mechanic.
Okay.
Well, we used like engines back in our camp to mostly to power up stuff, but not the actual transportations. I don't know.
We could wheel it. We could
Used it
wheel
to
it back
generate
down.
electricity for some stuff.
At the very least,
they're
the
on
priest might be willing to try and tinker with it to pass the time.
Or anyone really. Sure, why not? Okay,
Yeah.
well let's maneuver this, I guess. We can all hold a.
The wheels
we can
appear
hold
to
the
be
front.
Yeah.
fine
The
enough.
moment some of you lot grab the bike, there is an immediate sort of like badly timed earthquake that occurs as the ground shakes
Ooh.
violently. And as that ground shakes violently, a large amount of snow falls down and blocks the path back to the village.
What
Of-
the?
Of course.
For the time being, you are trapped.
Well, do you think we're gonna find
Snow.
any tools out here? I mean, there's a bridge over there.
No, Crash. Great.
I
Might
suppose
still
the
have to
only way
walk.
is forward.
Keep your voice
then.
down. Next time it might crash us.
I think it was entirely unrelated to our voices.
Yes.
Well, usually snow crashes are related to disturbance overall.
You're a summoner. You'll have to be our magic eyes for this, directing us towards the shrine.
I suppose,
The boss.
considering we have
Hold on,
some
let me see that.
downtime again.
No, it's there.
Are you hoping to find tools within?
That would be a hopefully wise guess.
That would be weirdly lucky.
The box is very old and worn down. The moment you place your hand in it, it just breaks, revealing
Oh dear.
an old DVD collection of Power Rangers and a portable
Oh, I'll take
Blu-ray
it.
player.
Oh.
There's a DVDs and a Blu-ray player. I haven't even got the right system. All right, sure, I'm
To be
taking that.
specific, it's all the volumes of Power Rangers SPD.
Be cautious not to over-encumber yourself. You may have a backpack, but there is a capacity.
Blu-ray players are very, very light. Don't worry.
What is it doing
One of those
out here?
portable ones
though?
with the screens and stuff.
Good question. Anyway,
What of this?
Box breaks, and inside you find. Fuck, where's that table? Hold on. I lost
A
track
table.
of the table. Give me a second. Hold on, I was trying to look at the
table?
table. Hold on.
no.
We found the table.
Loading wiggly wee.
You find what appears to be. Fuck, hold on. Shit. Fuck, I'm sorry.
Give it a second. Give it a second. The asset's loading.
You have successfully located a Lego Star Wars set from 1999. Still in the plastic wrap.
That is.
Don't you like Lego?
That is.
Aren't those
That is
cost
equally
like a
improbable.
fortune outside?
Probably. Honestly, it probably is actually.
Take
If
it,
anyone
take
wants to take it. Maybe we can trade it to the merchants. Maybe they like Lego.
Yes, I've seen some merchants looking for those. Other don't mind me snaking.
I'm not sure. For all I know, maybe John can find some enrichment while he's recovering.
I mean, it's unopened as well. That's even more valuable.
Suppose. Lucia,
Yes. I noticed it.
Since we've got the downtime of walking, but
What the?
Ominous
You feel that?
I suppose I shall hold my query for now.
That's one thick
This seems
mana.
ominous.
Don't get too close.
Yeah, I'm staying out of range.
The moment you approach, you can sort of like feel your sigils beating like a heartbeat. The same type of heartbeat you sometimes feel whenever the auroras pass through the camp at night. There is a dense mana through here. Not a threatening mana, but it is dense. Densely feeling your skin.
That's unpleasant. Very
Heavy.
thick. It's thick in there. Do you think we're going to be alright? Just want a general consensus before we decide to go in.
You two already have the
I'm not
blessing, and I am a doll.
That's fair.
But that's about thick mana.
Technically, with you, unless you actually did it, didn't actually do it. It was just for demonstration. You have been double blessed.
No, I did it. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I could
Or refreshed blessing.
like a mini Mithras blessing if you want.
I am fine, but I thank you regardless. I do not have organic parts of. I do not have parts of me organicified just yet. At least I do not believe so.
Are you ready to continue?
Alright, let's go in.
Are you sure that is the right way?
I get bad feeling about this.
It's a big source of magic, so it's likely what we're looking for.
Considering the amount of mundane in the village, they might have just been overcome with the density of mana and gotten sick. Perhaps the same happened to Shannon,
Sense.
assuming that she
Menace
drew
was-
much closer. In that case, we
Well,
should stay
time to get-
cautious.
Plague. Alright, let's go.
If nothing else, I can at least acquiesce. If nothing else, I can at least carry you.
Golly whiz.
Almost immediately, O'Sullivan and Prevel can feel the mana bracing against their skin, like they're walking through a thick rainstorm, but there's no rain. It's just
Or a blizzard.
is. It just is. Like you're walking through a thick bush, but it doesn't hurt. It's just a feeling you feel like you should have evolved to have, but you know you don't have. For you, Lucia, the sensation is barely there as an illusionist, but it is there.
There's a shrine.
Huh? Ah, yeah, there
That
is.
looks shrine-like.
Feels like the mana
Feels
are
like-
trying to. It feels like I'm pushing through forest bushes.
I feel like I'm a fish that tries to swim in oil.
Oh dear. Well, I mean,
Considering
so that might be because you're...
Considering you likely still have lingering wounds, or others from, well, that incident, you're free to lean on me if you need to, Sullivan.
This is awfully pretty.
Thank you. I'll try to stay.
Hang on. Let me get my phone out.
The water on the bottom of this ravine, upon closer inspection, isn't even water. It's mana, like in the auroras. Mana given liquid form.
Localized entirely within this canyon.
Why, yes.
I think not entirely here. Perhaps
Locals could have become
it's
curious
phenomenal.
about this and drank from it.
Could be polluting the water supply. That's entirely possible.
That could also
I
explain
have an
Shannon.
idea most ingenious. So if this quote-unquote water is mana, what if this snow is not snow? But also mana.
Snow.
You believe the snow to be
Yeah.
powdered mana?
Maybe they've been inhaling it. And that's why they're sick.
Yeah.
The idea of them incidentally using mana-polluted waters to help power their greenhouse and other water supplies could also
Oh, yeah.
explain the illness, and explain how Shannon got caught
yeah,
with
that-
it.
Was
She
he here
likely-
long enough?
Of
She likely
course,
accepted the water
yeah.
and did not expect this.
Surely all of them would be
I've
ill
read a
if it was
book
the water.
about it when I was little. I mean, my grandma read it to me about evil wizard who was poisoning the water supplies.
Poison the water hole.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
This must have
This
significance.
is not.
High Druid actively asked us to seek this out.
And is this ice is even an ice?
I
Maybe it's
believe-
crystallized mana.
I mean, if you want to taste it and find out, you feel more modern.
The air, it's the ambient air and the ambient manner in the air already feels like I'm trying to trudge through bushes. I would advise not doing so.
Fancy though.
Yeah. How much would you say you are knowledgeable in ancient elven architecture?
Quite a bit, I would say, considering a profession.
Oh,
From your knowledge, you're immediately able to date this towards the fourth cycle. Or at least late fourth cycle, actually, about 20 to 30,000 years ago. The material from past research is a mysterious combination of dwarven metal and mithril. This is according to forensic tests. Would you like to share this information with the rest of your crew?
Sure.
That's definitely elven, I can tell you that. Old? What?
you say it's upside down cross.
It's not that. This predates that as a religious symbol in Christianity. Don't worry
It's a
about that.
layer of Antichrist.
It's not the
beware.
lair of the. It's an elven shrine
Different.
from the fourth cycle. Look, and there's some very interesting metals in the construction of this place. But that's besides the point. Well, I mean, let's do some. Well, whatever. Actually, that's a very disreputable.
Not
Entities that
seeing
may
a
have
mechanism, unless this
I
is...
assume
The
Let's give
wheel
it
of life?
big push. Let's
Oh.
give it a big push, maybe. I'm just gonna.
Doors
Oh,
automatically slide open.
Oh,
Your skin
isn't-
tickles for a bit, as if it was detecting your mana.
I doubt it's pressure sensitive. The snow might have already set it off. Unless it's mana sensitive.
well, isn't that interesting? Let's go find out. Ooh. Well, isn't this fancy?
That was an unusual rush of mana I just felt.
What's this?
Seems to be It seems to be one of those healing stations that Deirdre had informed you about many months ago, Lucia. And one you've also encountered before, Prethel, back in the radio tower.
This was
May I
present
help
in that
you?
radio tower near the Druid camp.
What's it? I can't remember one. Well, alright.
Likely older technology, but it
will this
was meant
help
as a
you?
restorative.
I don't know.
I
Have you-
mean, no harm in touching.
That's
If it does, it does. If it don't, it don't.
I've seen the Dragon
Would you
Woman
like to
use
use the
this
healing
before.
station?
It appears to be a restorative. Or at least should
Would you
be.
like to use this?
well, if you're sure, let's try it out.
Very well.
I don't need it.
Ma-
Really, so.
Whoosh.
It spins a little bit, eventually producing a melody of some kind. You feel slightly rejuvenated. There wasn't exactly anything to heal, but it's sort of like having sort of like the equivalent of having a monster energy when you're already wide awake. Sure, it's a nice energy boost, but it's not healing anything that was already hurt.
A minor boost to my senses, but little else. Also?
Yeah, same.
On the
Same.
way outside, I'd like to collect some samples.
Be careful not to over-encumber yourself, Lucia.
I am. My strength for anthropology is never ending.
If you say so.
All over the walls, each of you can see some elaborate stone-carved murals on the walls, depicting some kind of ancient elven figure being locked away in something identically shaped to this building. And above each and every single one, the depiction of a skeletal woman with a long, dark tail.
I know you. You're dead. Anyway,
What?
there's just a depiction of her.
Oh.
You know.
Considering the tails, is that similar to how she actually looked?
Oh yes, very much so. Just big. Got
I
a photo of
see.
her.
Father?
I suppose regarding older things that I have little knowledge of,
Apparently,
Who is
interesting
Elizabeth
She
to you?
implies she wasn't always a god. Apparently,
I
this person was
suppose
implied.
so.
Isn't that
We
very
do have a
interesting?
moment.
Hmm.
Who is Elizabeth to you? Considering me and Tom finding her.
Huh?
Elizabeth?
John has recollections of her, certainly.
Elizabeth? Do I know an Elizabeth? Can't remember.
The doll that me and Tom had rescued from the kingdom.
I haven't seen them around yet, though I know if I saw them.
I don't know if
What
they're
are you
still in the care of
talking
the
about?
Druids, or if they have just simply been at camp and you never noticed.
I think they might have been a bit before my time.
Perhaps so. I'll have to ask Master John about it. Or perhaps when Shannon becomes stable again, maybe ask Deirdre's shadow.
That's fair. Part of me wants to add a bit of finish to the story, you know.
I believe it would be uncouth for us to actively finish the story of these carvings for them.
I cast open.
This was more and more like that one book.
It works. Well, whatever this elaborate system is, I quite like it. It's good to stand here. Emerge.
I thought
Fantastic.
there would be some kind
There's
of... Huh.
there is a person
Oh.
to the top left of us.
Damn, they're thick with mana.
Wait, I believe I've seen her before.
Oh no.
You have.
Come in here.
while we were traveling to the mines.
They can.
Holy moly, who is that? Well, they're pointing at me. Well, time to approach.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. It worked well with the other drow. Hello.
Oh.
I do recall you.
You've met, that's fantastic.
Long before I ventured to a mine at the behest of the Druids.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I do recognize those arms.
An old tradition. Perhaps it got passed down.
Hi, so there's apparently an illness.
Danu's taste on you. Why are you
Taste?
here again? Why has Danu sent people here again?
Because there's an illness that might have originated from here, and we're looking to help the afflicted.
First that fucking dwarf and that fucking doll forced me to lose my physical body. Now I'm just stuck here as a spirit, I guess. And now I'm guessing their fucking god is to send a few more people here. I'm sorry.
What?
Oh, did
Who the
you?
hell is that?
Are you the person who was like stuck here, but now you look different?
I've looked the exact same. I should
I
have
wasn't
moved
here.
on. I should have
Oh,
moved on
dear.
to the afterlife, but I didn't. Turns out all I did was
This-
just lose my body.
Yes,
I
that's
see.
unfortunate.
Apparently the crystal here thinks I'm still important to keep here.
I can do.
Speak,
That is-
Half-Blood. Speak.
Who are you?
Princess Johanna of the Elven Kingdom of Hibernia. Allegedly, 30,000 years ago I died.
That would match up.
Then you were still a
You
spirit
didn't know
when I
that was the
first saw
kingdom's
you.
name?
I know that was what the Romans called Ireland. It's interesting that predates from somewhere else.
I got lucky with the translation.
Hmm.
So,
See.
what? There's some kind of illness? Again?
Yes, a different one. Well, it's kind of similar.
Again.
The High Druid had stated that she had
Yes.
seen this before. Afflicted one of our own and subsequently the village nearby.
Are they tearing each other apart, the people?
No.
No, they're kind of just going into inactivity, unable to do anything.
A sort of hibernation. I initially assumed it could have
opposite.
been due to liquid mana in the waters outside, seeping its way into greenhouses and drinking water.
What have you been taught about this temple already?
Not too much, honestly. It's that it was somehow we'd gone before related to containment crystals. And there was someone who was trapped here, seemingly yourself.
Yes. There was a small little dolly, apparently. One of the new races, named Hugh. They came here with a dwarf when the undead breached containment.
Oh,
Those undead were meant to be my security detail, but of course they
I see.
did not remain as such.
So, if it's not too forward to ask, why were you put here?
And ask mother. This current cycle was not her first attempt at creating a cult. My mother, the at the time ruling queen, fell victim to her persuasion. When I tried exposing her dark secrets, she locked me in here to die. This crystal kept me alive for so long. At a certain point, I just stopped counting the years until I could hear some kind of revolutionary war up here 100 or so years ago. Since I've just been counting slowly.
I mean, if it's any small consolation, the Dismother's probably dead now.
Oh, believe me, everyone felt it. Everyone felt it.
Oh, wonderful. Is that a good
No,
felt it, or
I mean, everyone. Any
Oh.
spiritual being felt it. It was a mess. Many of us thought the world was genuinely going to die. We could feel the mana being strangled from the earth itself.
That explains
Well,
that.
they were. Well, they were trying to make an eternal night and so on. So makes sense.
Yes.
There's some weird things going around.
Looks like the
This temple's
tendrils
not
to the
supposed to be
sky.
opened. This temple's not supposed to be opened with a containment crystal, I should emphasize. So the person who opened up this temple opened it with a containment crystal. They're supposed to use their blood. The blood would essentially free me from this curse. That's the sort of idea behind it.
I see.
There's this old altar on the top of the mountain. You can make it there, and allow yourself to bleed into it for at least a minute or two, at least until you are near death. It essentially, the idea is that you're saying to this, hey, your fucking duty is done. That fucking thing was supposed to be done 20,000 years ago. But I got something broke in the meantime.
Okay.
And I'm just hoping that somebody fucking fixes this. Because I know for a fact the overabundance of mana in this region is from here. Causing
So-
dead, it's causing the sky itself to get even more fucked, and maybe that's whatever temple over in Balbriggan, I don't know, to be honest. But I at least want to stop this one. And I want to rest. Like, do you know how hard it is to keep your sanity after this many years of being alive? My people are meant to live only to 1,000.
Yeah.
What the hell? Just that alone is compared to what I have to do. But how long
30
I've
times the
been
lifespan.
Fortunately, at least
Yeah,
among
that's-
this
that's-
group is a healer,
Yeah.
so they will not bleed out necessarily. Should we do this?
That is perfect.
So once we go up that hill and do some bleeding, you're just gonna fade into the ether in theory.
I know it to be true.
Okay.
I know it to be true, and I just want this to end.
At least some measure of kindness. Highly
I know
possible
I'm pretty
then
much
that
asking you.
I realize it's highly
I don't even
possible
know what
the
it means.
illnesses could have come from this place assuming intrusion.
This temple is old. All the temples built during the fourth cycle, they're... Something with the Red Sky incident caused those temples to break. Those that were already buried into the ground forced a way out of it. And now they're malfunctioning. That weather station being one of them. I would know I was the one who blessed it when it was created.
I see.
I see.
Relevant
I was,
question, I suppose. Do you know where they all are, these temples?
I only know the location of this one and the weather one.
Okay.
Technically, I knew the locations of the old ones, but let's face it, 30,000 years is a lot of time for this country's geography to change now, is it?
It changed, yeah. It changed when Dublin had a weird, funny. To put it lightly.
Yes. And from what I've heard, a lot of
Detonated.
wars have been fought. And we all know what happens with war. The land is hurt, the land is reshaped because of it.
Yes.
Alright, well, I mean,
Land is gone. Like, where are the halflings gonna live now?
they could have picked a better name for it, honestly, but they kind of live everywhere. It seems like most races kind of just live everywhere. I mean, some are more focused in some places. But,
Wait,
Yes.
so hold on. So the whole idea of races having their own dedicated kingdoms, that's just gone now?
Well, yeah, I mean, people had lived as humans for
To a
the last few
degree.
thousand years, and there's no real reason to separate that.
Those blasted fucking cycles.
Does that always happen? Does everyone's turned to humans and the next one starts? Is that a regular thing?
From what the scholars had learned in my age, it's a slow process. Folks will start to be born human. Folks will start to lose their magic over time. The genes that make us who we are grow dormant, waiting. It's a
I see.
slow end. It's not immediate. slow enough to the point where people could easily forget after a while what they lost.
I suppose that makes sense. Because at least that's better than the sudden onset of what we had when it all started up again. That was quite dramatic. It caused a lot of problems.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
not supposed to be like that.
Oh, isn't it? That's concerning.
Huh?
This cycle was meant to start never 10,000 years from now.
So it's a bit premature.
Oh.
I don't know why,
Hmm.
but that's not relevant. It's not my fucking concern. I just want this to end. I want to reincarnate. I feel like
That
it's
is a
just.
Very
I want to
reasonable request.
reincarnate. I'm sick of being this. I want to try. I don't know, give being an orc a try or something.
Wait, souls reincarnate?
Depends.
That's my belief. I mean, from what I've heard, it's definitely proven with the existence of dolls. Now I know I've heard of one of your dolls is literally just some old dad in a plush dog or something.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, the afterlife is real, by the way. Yeah, we found that out.
Oh,
yeah, I know
yes.
that. I just
I
thought.
think I
I just
Oh, speaking of
thought it's
that
about
one,
after the
right.
time. Afterlife.
I think it's a good thing to tell someone who might very soon be passing on that yes, there is an afterlife. So it's
I
good.
have no idea who I'm going to end up in. I heard... Hey, you. Would you
Yeah.
like a relic from the old age?
Huh? Relic?
Yeah, sure. Do you want a funny object of significance?
Is it cursed?
That's-
Here.
Yeah,
I see.
is it?
It's a ruby.
What is it? Huh?
It was the one that I would have worn on my crown had I not exposed my mother.
I see.
Think of it as like the last living proof of the of Hibernia.
Oh.
That's pretty.
Sure, it's
pretty
sure it's
cool.
sure it's in the hands of a half-blood, but it'll do. You know, it's still some amount of elven blood.
Should I give it to Shannon?
Just,
It's full blood.
just keep a hold of it, and we can figure out what you want to do with it later. Don't worry.
Or to daydream.
Once she recovers, I imagine
Once
it
we
might make a
find her.
nice gift.
Besides the point.
And
Oh,
I think.
keepsake.
that reminds me.
Oh,
Somebody came in here not too long ago, watching from a distance. They
Hmm?
came with a toolbox.
oh,
They threw him on the spikes down there and died.
oh, that's
This might be obvious to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
By the way-
I believe. Sorry,
Don't
go
die
ahead.
in here, by the way. There won't be anything left of you.
Oh,
Duly noted.
You'll
I
just
see.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, I believe we will assist you. I don't see any reason not to. What we
Yes.
said.
yeah. Just apologies for my tone. I'm just done with this curse, to be honest. I just
Just
Hopefully
understand
with
what-
this, the illness will clear. If not, at the very least, we've done something.
By the way,
Well, yes.
one final thing before you go. These temples are all designed with one major component that powers them. Mother crystals. There used to be a lot more in the world. We would use them as power sources for our civilizations. Just one mother crystal could power an entire city, worth of hundreds of thousands of people. Which, I mean, 500,000 people in a city, that's like way too much people, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot more than that now.
Yes.
Fucking humans. Fucking breeders, a lot of them. Sorry, I'm just... I mean, look at you, you're proof of the
Colin.
stereotype.
Did I say something?
That was
I'm not going
manufactured,
to say anything.
not born.
If the Weather Temple is still functional as it is, if you make it past its guardian, as in the person locked inside that temple, make sure you destroy that crystal afterwards. And if you don't want to destroy it, harvest it.
I think in the long term, taking the crystal would be a lot more beneficial for society as a whole.
You sure it
Just
won't make us
Destruction
bad?
removes the energy.
There's no
This
corruption
thing
in it,
makes people
to my
sick.
knowledge.
Have the
Not the-
discussion somewhere else. Time is of the essence.
Okay, two questions. Two
Very
questions.
well.
First of all,
Discussions.
you're concerned about your afterlife. Would you like me to give you a blessing of Mistras to perhaps assist you in your transition?
I don't know who that god is, but sure. All the gods
Why
have
not?
abandoned me.
Alright.
I see.
Please guide them safely to wherever they belong. Okay, thank you. That should be quick, but it's good. Good. Question 2. Have you ever seen these cards before? These tarot cards?
There was a woman I knew. A noble. Forgot her name, but she drew cards just like those.
Okay. Thank you.
She,
Sorry.
I know she ascended the godhood at some point back. At some point. Is that? You know what? I think some things are left kept secret. Go.
Alright.
I don't
Thank
want
you.
this generation to know about ascensions.
Very well.
Us.
Go.
I see.
Well, isn't that cryptic? Alright.
Yeah, that's all.
I initially thought she was going to
You
fight
think she's
us.
speaking the truth? You think we don't unleash some unspeakable evil by doing what she asked for? Sounds like we're
Well-
doing some evil ritual with sacrifice.
I mean, I do believe she was imprisoned here, and the iconography on the wall seems to indicate there's some relation to this woman.
And
Yeah, I'm
relates to
talking about
Duff's
what if
mother.
that ritual will unleash her as some evil spirit upon the world, making things worse.
I imagine if she was evil, she would not have revealed as much information as she did.
Well, I
Just
And also,
exactly how
If
much
that
would
is,
be enough.
and
to
also, if
persuade
she
us.
is the same one that we encountered before we went into the mine to help with the dwarven metal, and one of our first encounters with the Fianna, she would have attacked us, likely.
Alright, so we have
Maybe
to
her
go
plan
find
is
some
bigger.
peculiar altar and go bleed all over it. Well, and
She was a full-blooded elf. Elf
I'm
can
not
plot
sure.
for hundreds of years ahead.
she's technically 30,000 plus years old. We're not meant to live that long.
And still sounding like
she can
that.
plot for thousands of years.
At the very least, we have a
I don't know.
toolbox. We can repair the motorcycle if you wish.
Yeah.
Yes, that would probably benefit us. Perhaps we can get to this other place quicker.
That would aid the climbing process.
Mm-hmm.
I still have
So
ominous feeling.
interesting thought there. We now have evidence of 2 people who have the once were people and have ascended the heights of godhood.
That does bring up a potential question for me. I know I have a soul, obviously, the awakened soul. Does that still... But I am a doll. Do I still have an afterlife?
You have a soul, you should.
You should.
The
Perhaps
physical body
so.
is left behind when you die. So, I assume the only important component is the soul in that.
Perhaps so.
Some scientists say that humans are just like biological automatons. Speaking of body,
Though, but I don't assume there's a specific god for a species. I mean, you could probably hitch a ride of anyone.
I don't believe there to be a god for dolls. At least not yet.
No.
We are recent enough, aren't we?
Alright. Let's go fix that bike, I suppose.
Perhaps so, perhaps not.
I do wish you wasn't so touchy. I would have liked to have a much more extended interview with the 30,000-year-old elf. No matter. You got the answer I wanted.
Time is of the essence to a person, from a person that has lived too much of it.
Well, hey. I mean, hopefully Holy Mithras will assist her in whatever means she gets to some sort of afterlife.
At the very least, by technicality, she has outlived the Dust Mother. Hopefully that is
I
at
suppose
least
that
of
is
some
true.
comfort. I may not know too much about repairing, but I could certainly try.
Alright.
Would you like to begin trying to repair this?
I have the
Yes.
toolbox.
Yeah, let's check it out. I should remember at least how fuel systems work in diesel engines.
The gas tank seems somewhat full, but over the next half an hour or so, the three of you, combining your various different bits of knowledge, somehow managed to bodge the bike into working. Like, it's clear this is not how it's supposed to be fixed, but it's functional. Would you like to
Good
ride this
enough.
bike up? It's got space for the
Let's
three
go.
of you. Because there's totally a second seat on the side. Totally.
Temporal solution is the best solution.
Indeed. Let's not explode, shall we?
Very well.
Yeah.
And mount. I feel like that's not the...
No, that's
Barely.
meant to be there.
There is a thing there. Oh,
Think?
The bike, by this point, its engine begun to smoke a lot. And by the time you guys got up here, it caught on fire.
Ah!
Tick,
oh dear.
tick, tick,
What?
Oh no.
tick, tick, tick. Shit.
Who put a...
Also, I'm assuming
Timed
Valimar the Ashen Knight
explosive.
isn't supposed to be there, Lamau.
I assume not.
The guy?
You know, I realized I had that on. I turned that off on instinct, just spotting that in the other map on
I
Stonehenge.
should disable that, my bad.
To be fair,
So is he,
we're just kind of working on shit.
Alright.
so is he supposed to be there or not?
No,
I'm confused.
Not supposed
no,
to be there, I
get
forgot to say
rid
you
of
guys
him.
disable it.
Okay.
Remove this knight from exist. Okay,
What? What is going on?
This is a cat, not a weird robot.
What?
it's in the world object. Should be right above, like when it sets like room speed, run speed, and such.
Ah, Asian Knight. Yeah,
you know,
okay,
like
he's gone.
Zemurian ore at the Glacier Shrine Devs and whatnot.
Okay, yeah. Removed.
Anyway.
I thought it was NPC for a second. I thought we were gonna have epic fight.
Blood. Power. Land. Death. Help.
Oh,
Sky. Merge.
what's this?
Reaper. And then it repeats the word Reaper multiple times on the bottom, as if the stone carver had been driven mad.
Let's see, huh?
Yes.
Now this symbol will repeat
What are you reading?
again
That
and
is
again.
Reaper.
Carvings of a
Wait,
man. Or...
That's weird. You know how stone
Hang
carving
on,
works?
hang
You just
on.
sit and just do this, like, for hours.
Hang on,
Guy had
hang on.
dedication.
I'm thinking, didn't the Drow Shrine say something similar to that? I remember blood.
Something along those lines had a similar warning, but there's not enough to go off of.
Well, is this the spot? Do we think this is the spot?
Do you believe we should take a look around briefly, just in case?
Yes, perhaps. Just to make
Yeah.
sure. 'Cause I'm very...
No way we're doing the sacrifice.
It'd
No
be
way.
awfully unpleasant if we bled almost to death on the wrong spot.
I have brilliant idea how we
You say with a laugh.
catch some of people from that village and bring them here for that purpose.
Callous, if practical.
Yeah.
But you forget a healer is with you. Plus, this ends up risking exposure of the illness to us.
Yeah.
This is a...
But do
We just
have-
transitioned to a monster hunter location, what the fuck?
You appear to have changed genres. Anyway.
Well, it leads
Does
further
it
up.
have to be?
It leads further up, we'll work off of that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, this goes down.
Does it have to be
Okay.
one person bleeding? Can
Yes,
we
just one.
two of us bleed just half of what the blood required?
Well, they
or is
said
it not that how it works?
They see the problem is they didn't say an amount of blood. They said just one person has to bleed almost to death.
I assume
so
that's
it's not
also a
about
factor
amount,
of
it's about
a-
the concept of being near
Yeah.
death. I see
It's
that.
both the
These-
nature of blood and likely also the nature of essence.
Yeah, it's about. Yeah, it will say that you have near death
So
experience.
whether or not you wish... So whether or not you wish it to be either of you or me is likely of little extra consequence. Carvings of a warning, not an altar.
Should
look, a guy we can sacrifice.
ask if there's any weird
Another one of
altars
these
up there?
devices.
Oh.
Alright.
They are they
Another
good?
person of the village.
Hello, sir. Oh, you appear to be afflicted. That's not
Let me
good.
test if this is still functional. It is.
Are you alright, sir? I'm gonna keep a safe distance.
Well, the station is right there.
Have you seen a weird altar around here?
Up the
Okay.
mountain range.
Okay, you might want to get some rest there. You sound quite unwell.
Get yourself to town as soon as you can. The priest will at least look after you.
Oh, just as soon as I can.
We'll find a solution for this soon.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better now. It's right. Oh, jeez.
Good lord.
The plagues of Egypt.
Likely trying anything he can.
You sure we can't help him with magic and
Nope.
stuff?
As far as we know, there is literally
Oh.
nothing we can do to help.
It's a biological
It won't
thing,
involve potentially getting us infected.
not something we can heal with magic, I'm afraid. Wounds we can heal. An illness, if I recall correctly, that's simply a virus taking over cells. If we heal it, nothing changes. And at worst, we help the virus.
The way we're going to help them is by
Damn.
stopping one of his fingers.
And unfortunately, our best lead is setting Johanna free.
Yep.
To hopefully not have the temple be so aggressive. And
But it
presumably,
can't be healed by
inadvertently,
healing
cause
magic.
illness.
Maybe the strength mage can kill the virus.
That's that is not how that works. Like the virus is like smaller than dust. How do you find it? There's millions and millions of little dust things inside here.
So gotta be very precise. Huh.
Yes.
This is a
I mean,
Manners.
very
it just
pointy.
The manor is still just as thick.
magic is supposed to make impossible possible. I am certain that there gotta be
Yes.
a wizard who can kill
Magic
virus.
does not make the impossible. Magic is just another part of science. Zerda.
Well, Deirdre
it's
has
just
told
another
me
aspect of
similar.
reality.
There are limits. Think of Miss Fear.
does that.
My grandma could solve all that case already if you were here.
Unfortunately, she is
Enable us
not.
to do things which were before impossible. It does not, unfortunately, enable us to do. I mean, at least not at our level. There might be like some insane, like level 6 ultra master grade we don't know about yet. This is a very unstable looking rock formation. I'm just gonna. I feel more confident walking to the side of it. This does not look safe. Hey, what's that?
I'm seeing a connection point above us.
A person.
Somebody, yeah.
I saw a shadow, and
Yeah, I saw some
whoever
movement
you
too.
are, we don't mean you any harm.
Likely someone also heading to
Are
the
you the
altar,
heroes?
actually.
I mean, if they want to bleed all over it, they can feel free to. But,
I'm not sure they're going to try and do that. Most likely they're going to try and pray.
oh.
Pray for their village's salvation, likely.
Or to the dead god.
They may not know that.
They will have to be the bearers of bad news. And
The air is still thick.
As you are walking through the ever increasingly thick mana, almost immediately there are these visions that force a way into your vision, like an invasive screen space, in a sense. These visions, they don't immediately make much sense. It's sort of like, to make a brief little meta comment, kind of like those visions from Mass Effect 1 in a sense. They're quick, they're fast, they're loud and blaring. You see old elven kingdoms, old things collapsing, burning, auroras piercing the earth, and as they get more and more painful, the vision just abruptly stops.
my
They come
goodness.
They come in, the Reapers are coming after us.
I'm.
We gotta get out. We gotta get out of here.
What?
The Reapers, the Sovereign, leads them.
What? Wasn't there
Have
a
you
person
seen it
called
just
the
now?
Reaper?
Huh?
Perhaps.
Sorry.
I'm telling you, the Reapers are coming. They're gonna do a harvest.
Are you thinking of
Oh,
that
thank
woman
goodness
we
we're not
encountered
weeds.
on the coastline?
Yeah, they were called the Reaper. What if he's been alive like 30,000 years? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Hmm.
I mean, hopefully, because let's be honest, it's going to happen again. If we encounter this woman, she doesn't try to kill us next time for no apparent reason.
Something about balance. But balance for who?
It's a good question. I mean, I personally, this is my opinion here, I don't believe doing necromancy is very balancy, but, I guess you might have a different definition.
Yes. This should lead to it.
It feels like a bathhouse. The higher we go, the worse it gets. The mana is thicker and thicker.
Yes.
Part of myself is quite glad I'm not as attuned to existence as you two.
Aren't you fortunate? Goodness.
Alright. I'll look into one of these things. I don't think that's going to help you.
The one inside the temple at least helps with rejuvenation.
It's like we've been walking this mountain forever.
I feel slightly
Both of you
better.
will be as both of
Not
you will be as
much,
fit as
but
fiddles
slightly.
in a year's time. Gotta get those workouts in.
We have enough cardio workouts walking to and from the Druid camp. This is already a long journey.
Oh,
A frost.
There's a lot of mana.
there's such a
We are high on a
such
mountain.
amount of workouts. You're gonna get started
Hello?
getting muscles and
We are
abs.
high on a mountain.
you're a doll.
I suppose it is to be expected.
Are you okay, sir?
Hey, hee-ho-hos! What's a bunch of hee-ho-hos like you doing here, ho?
We're looking for the altar, which is up the mountain.
Altar what?
I know, it's like an altar.
You mean the blood pool?
I mean,
yeah.
if that's an altar,
Yeah, the
then
blood
sure.
pool. We all know the blood pool. Hey,
I
you know the blood pool, ho?
see.
Is it a tourist
Yeah.
hotspot up here?
I don't know about a hotspot, ho.
Let's see.
Cold spot then.
Okay, which way is it? Is it that way or that?
Cold spot, I like that, ho.
Oh.
Which way we gotta go?
That way, ho.
That way?
So,
Yeah.
you guys looking with the pretty lady?
Which of us is the pretty
Maybe.
lady?
I don't know. You all kind of look the same to me, ho. But,
I
I'm
mean,
not a lady.
was it a mysterious
Oh, really?
lady who is looming on the cliffs around
Nope.
us?
let's figure that, ho.
Who's-
I'm not supposed to have that out.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, I never was holding it.
But
Or never, ho. Naked.
ha 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 ha. Oh my goodness.
Are you made of
No.
snow?
I mean, they're made of.
That's a very yes, ho. What about it?
But snow is also water, so and water is liquid, and blood is
Is also liquid. Can one of you be made out of blood?
You sure ask a lot of questions, ho. Are you some kind of scientist person? You don't look like no scientist. You look kind of stupid to me, ho.
Yes.
The man who
I'm
we
just
saw near the
curious.
temple. Moving like water.
Mm.
I'm sure I've seen one of your guys, but red and black
Mhm.
before somewhere.
Are you sure you don't have
Related.
colorblind? That why you're wearing these silly flowers? You know, we have all these
I
different
mean,
colors.
spirits like this just pop up in places of high mana.
Yeah, I thought he made from something
Concerning the
else.
incredibly thick density up here.
Kind of stupid to me. Toss.
Oh,
Huh?
Your flower crown has been tossed.
oh. That's a bit mean, Jack. Alright, come on, so. No, we're not
The
with.
loading
We're
screen
not
lady
with.
gave it
Ho,
all
they're
We
everywhere,
are,
ho.
to me.
we are not with the lady
I
who is
really
looming
crown
in the
with pride.
cliffs. Whoever that is.
You do
Oh,
not
yeah?
disrespect the loading screen lady.
What you talking about, ho?
She gave it to me.
I can't
those
get over the
flowers.
hose. Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, Jack.
Here we go.
I think. Lay off him, Jack. Come on. No need to
Enough.
be. No need to be. You know. Over Jackful.
What the hell does that even mean, ho? You trying to be funny? You think you're funny, huh? You think you're funny because you're tall and you. That's about all. That's about all it is.
More like a jack off.
Oh my goodness. Let's just stand
Ho,
up
you
there.
did not just say that to me, ho.
Oh my goodness.
Let's just
Yeah.
keep going. I beg.
I
Jack.
can't believe I'm hearing this. I didn't get a moment to-
Oh, Jack, no!
Yeah,
Oh.
go jack off somewhere
Oh
else.
dear.
Oh, Jack's gone. Well,
Oh dear.
I'm sure there's 100 more. That's-
Hmm.
At least they give us information.
Whether or
It's a
not it's
lady,
truthful
okay.
information is led to be seen.
Pretty lady.
Well, there is something up there.
Does he speak
There's
of
a
that
pretty
reaper?
lady. I will have to be the judge of this.
Or does he speak of something else?
Don't know.
Could be a potential noble of the town, believing that they are chosen for this purpose.
I mean, if well, this is technically Dusk Mother related, and they don't believe that town was particularly
I swear if the Reaper is trying to bring her back.
Well, I mean, that's unlikely. I mean, we did see her get obliterated with our own hands.
Really?
And okay, and if there's anyone... Oh,
It's
yes,
likely I was
we
still
stabbed
talking
her.
with Deirdre as that happened.
It was quite the ordeal.
If I recall
She kept
correctly,
summoning in her followers as like cannon fodder, like pulling them out of nothing. It was very not nice.
if I recall correctly, I
Oh,
met
seems-
Deirdre 15 minutes after the sky turned red.
Huh?
There's person. Alright, well, everyone,
Wait a minute.
Or is that?
everyone activate your friendly faces. Let's go.
My natural
Isn't
face is a friendly face.
familiar?
Oh, even better then. Hello.
No way.
Oh.
Hello. Howdy. Again, I guess.
Hello.
I see.
Again.
Can I ask you a question?
You certainly can.
What is good? And what is evil?
Are we talking like objective or like, you know,
From your point
'cause-
of view, what is good? And what is evil?
Okay, that's a. I suppose, in my sense, I think good is what benefits people, actions that do that and do not uneasily harm people. And evil is, well, selfishness, really. That's all it is. At the expense of everyone else.
Destruction without reason.
This is good, war is bad. It's that simple.
I mean, in
Destruction
ages
has inherent
past-
evilness to it.
In ages past, perhaps that would have been good. But this is the modern age. The modern age, which began, let's say, 200 years ago. That's when historians believe modernity began. Let's talk about some examples on what some say were good, but some equally say were bad. Houston and Dallas, 1982. During the peak of the Second American Civil War, do you know what happened?
Is that the massacres?
History.
During the
With-
peak of the Second American Civil War, a war fought to preserve the existence of meta-humanity in the New World. The ones that valued meta-humanity sought it necessary to launch 2 atomic bombs within the state of Texas, knowing full well that there was civilian life there. Just like how they did with Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 45.
Ah, not the first time they nuking.
Now, some may argue that it was a good and justified deed to get rid of evil, but there were still innocents there.
Of who?
Those who did not immediately agree with their oppressors. So what is good and what is evil in that context? Is it good because you saved a bunch of metahumans? Or is it evil because you killed just as many humans in the process? Those who could have caused real change in the world. Every life taken is a potential visionary. A murder victim could have been the cure for cancer. A dead street junkie could have been the next global politician.
A
Life
single lower
is
caste
precious.
Fianna could cure mana exhaustion entirely.
I don't know how you know about that one, but they were ever close to that cure. They were ever close. They had developed a more potent version of the essential oil, but they were killed because the Fianna saw them as a threat to their whole existence.
I was not aware I had hit close. I was simply making a metaphor.
Listen, it is not my nature to decide what is good nor is evil. not my nature to decide what is righteous and what is villainous, but I do have something to say. In the 6 or so months I have been in control of this body, I've learned many things. Not just that the person this body
This
used to belong to, but many other things also. I'm gonna educate you on something before you decide to do what you were tasked to do. I overheard your meeting. I was watching nearby. I'm surprised she did not notice my presence, but I suppose my skills have just gotten that better over time. You will do nothing wrong by giving an offering of blood to the shrine. Nothing wrong will be done. The only thing that was done wrong before was when somebody tried to use a containment crystal instead. That was what caused this idyllic little mountain village to be isolated from the rest of the world. Because of people from your order, who could not think of anything else, who could not think outside the box. This is your fault. And if not you three specifically, well, you three weren't in that order. I know as much. So I will say this really quickly, okay? There is something interesting happening. Ever since the sky's blood, the gods have noticed something interesting. Let's imagine a god is two things. A moldy coin, and a pristine coin. On one half, the moldy side, we have the mortal half of their soul. Usually kept away in a host body, left dormant. Either that soul becomes a dominant host of a body, unknowing of its true nature, or it's just also there waiting. Then we have the shiny coin, the divine soul. These take the form of gods. God-touched. They are entities that allow deities to take up residence within their body, because of an innate compatibility. There was a goblin named Seamus. He was almost a match, but the fact that he had been born an illusionist had shattered his synchronicity with the Duskmother.
I heard about
Did you ever learn of the Duskmother's true name, by the way?
I don't believe so. I know she was not always a god. I don't believe I had the name.
Darminska Everglade was her mortal name. She was an alchemist for Hibernia. That's all I know, however. What led her to become a goddess, I truly have no idea.
Did she wave weird cards around? I'm sensing
No.
I'm sensing
Someone
a weird
else.
conversational. Okay, so
Someone
someone.
else.
Hmm.
Someone else.
Okay. Anyway, okay, that's interesting.
Ah!
Oh, howdy.
What are you doing?
This is fine. I think.
Fine?
That's why.
What?
Apologies. I will say this before I have to leave, however. The only reason I'm not attacking you lot today is because I'm merely here to observe. You're not in my way, unlike the previous occasions in which you have. Not unlike the prison, not unlike the Fianna. You are not in my way. Stay out of my way, and you'll be safe. And you won't be
How
added
do
to
we
my
know?
list.
How do you know what your way is?
Admittedly, that is a valid point.
You'll know. My advice, though. I know you saw the map I left behind. Don't head south. They call those the Greylands. Don't head south if you value your life. Even if someone you know might be there. Alright?
Oh. Okay. They're doing the necessary.
Believe me, I know you must value your existence. You don't want to die prematurely now. Why would you? Even if you do not wish to pass on your genetics to a next generation, you want to pass on your lessons, your ideas, your morals, So don't die before you can pass them on.
I
Okay.
see. Yeah, yes.
The good book says there is many a tale of war. And I forgot how the rest of that quote goes. Perhaps I should go hunting in the libraries again. See if I can find that book. It's a favorite of mine. Oh, and by the way,
Yes.
there is a hunter, known as only the Judge. They've grown aware of the situation in Dublin, and
Oh.
I would advise being careful. Thankfully,
Okay.
your people have gone mostly under the radar in your time of hiding. I'd wager you might be able to even walk about in a civilized town with your mask off for a little while, before people take notice of who you are, but I wouldn't bet on it for too long. Is that... I'm wasting your time. I'm very sorry.
What did you done?
This stinging will end eventually. I'm just priming you for the pain that you'll endure. By the way, stay the fuck away from that Weather Temple. The Guardian that's there is an old friend of mine. You'll let me know if you go there. You'll find out why even the Fianna are afraid of me, dear.
Yeah.
As the elves would say, Yash no Mekne. Whatever that translates to these days. Farewell.
What a strange lady.
Well,
She knows
she
we're
made
going
clear
for it.
when she will be on our way. In the temple, and if we go south, we are guaranteed to meet her.
Well, I mean, the three of us could just not go, then we technically, you know. You know.
I'm pretty sure that applies to most of Tuatha. She knows
Anyway,
who are we.
so I mean, here's the real question: which of us is going to bleed into this hole?
There is a pedestal here, sort of vaguely resembling
God.
those ancient Greek columns, but more rectangular in a sense. It's clearly elven design. On the top, there is what appears to be a very small ritual knife, tethered to it by a near indestructible rope. And there's a bowl with a large drain in the middle. There are elaborate images engraved into the bowl itself. And what's strange, which should not be the case, there is an engraving of the Duskmover being fought. And one of the people in that drawing looks vaguely like you, Lucia.
I don't like that.
Is that?
Who is ready?
Huh?
Who would like to offer themselves up?
Let's get it over with.
All of us
mean,
have a cutting
hang
edge.
on.
I'm already holding the
Hang-
knife.
Hang on. Before you stab yourself, potentially. Maybe I should do it.
It would be wiser to do this gently.
You think because of that?
And and you're already injured.
Sure.
Oh boy. I'm going to use the.
You say
ritual
that
knife
as though
for-
I cannot do this for you.
Can you please instruct me on the best way to
Yeah.
kill myself and not die? God, why did I say that? That's terrible.
You're a healer.
I am a healer,
Yeah.
yes.
Maybe not that hand. I need. Wait.
And then if,
The
and if
non-
nothing else,
The non-sigil hand. Yes.
I can hold
No, wait.
my
Oh,
big
you're gonna
brush
stand
In
with
the
my
center of
hand.
the
Okay.
In
I
the
thought
center of the
I would-
bowl, in the center of the bowl is also another
Sure.
thing. There is what appears to be a brass mold of some kind that a hand could be inserted into also.
Oh.
Why is that there? I'm going to stick my hand in as well. This is getting more complicated
Okay.
the more I...
Huh.
Okay, so I'm just... Okay, I'll stick my hand in.
Good thing
Stab me if I need
you doing
stabbing.
it.
Yeah,
I was
yep,
about to do
alright.
it the wrong way. I thought I need to stab myself in the neck.
The neck!
The neck,
Are you
That would
ready?
be more effective.
Yeah, time to shift.
but also
Do
very
you wish to stick
quickly
your hand
leading you
in
to near
the
death.
mold?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
that's exactly the point.
As you stick your open palm into the mold, sort of like this, almost immediately there are these brass teeth that clench into your hand, securing it tightly onto the bowl. Almost immediately, there is a large amount of mana that rises up from the bowl and into the air as blood begins to sort of literally be siphoned out of your hand, Lucia. More and more it is growing difficult to remain standing. More and more the dizziness is setting in. The healing magic is barely keeping up with the amount of pain and loss being endured. For a brief moment, you swear you see a great beach. For a moment, you swear you saw a great beach of rainbows upside down, and an unknown woman staring at you. But as that vision fades away, the brass teeth remove themselves from your hand, and the amount of mana in it sort of like knocks you back, sort of like this.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh my goodness.
And as that happens, the mana screams up into the air, loud screeches of millions of ages past being heard. Change your time of day to night.
Oh. It, do we fix the sky? That's good.
Let me see your hand.
Good job.
Here you go.
Get you checked.
I see all the cuts on it. It was more or less imparting energy to you, more or less.
Oh. Are we gonna do that for every temple we find? That's horrible. Oh.
I assure you, if there is another healer available, I will take your place.
It's just like that one tale I've been read to. There will be temple for each of us.
Due to
Goodness.
time constraints, we'll be fast traveling
Yeah.
back to the final part of this event. Please
Back
open
to
your
the
fast
temple,
travel menu.
presumably.
Yes, actually.
Where?
Fast travel to Glacia Shrine Depths.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Okay.
Please face the door in the meantime as things load in.
And I don't know, I guess on the walk back, Prevo's just got his hand around Lucia just to at least hold himself up for the amount of healing.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. He practically imparted like half of his energy into you. That's gonna cause some amount of exhaustion. Just to ensure that, you weren't at like 10% living by the time it was done.
Fair and reasonable thing. Yes.
Follow me. Follow me.
Okay.
Fine.
That really hurt.
Senses of worry. Let me guess, you had to endure the brass dogs.
Is that what we call it? Okay.
That's the modern translation. It's way off, but it's the closest I can get.
And
I gotta warn you, you're gonna be feeling that for a while.
Oh boy.
I did heal her
Well, at
hand
least-
as best I could and make sure she did not enter near death state.
The reason brass is used for that is because it is a great conductor for mana. It essentially not only
Oh.
took your blood, but took the mana with your blood.
Like how gold
I
is
wouldn't
to
be surprised if you're
electricity.
suffering from mana exhaustion right now, to be honest.
I
Oh.
feel I'm on the cusp of it.
Are you meant to see stuff when it happens? I think I saw some weird stuff. Like a weird beach. Very looking.
I don't know.
I know my
I
healing
honestly
could.
don't know.
I definitely could
I know
feel.
that- I know that when I died, I woke on something similar, but it looked different back then. It wasn't gray. If that even makes a modicum of sense.
I don't know.
If it's
Well,
any consolation, the brass dogs, this is the only temple they were used for. Were deemed
Oh, good.
too unpredictable
see.
if the undead outbreak of a few months ago is an indication.
I
Yeah.
see.
Stay back for a second.
Oh, of course, of course.
Ah. This crystal will shrink down to a regular size soon. If you plant it down in wherever you live, it'll grow to its original size.
See.
Then
Thank you.
soon, if a god has blessed your settlement, then they'll be in charge of that one, and not the dead one that controlled this one.
In that case, that will likely be Danu.
Done.
So we're not planting some cursed crystal in our place.
No.
No.
Hmm.
A lot of these temples work with a similar mechanism. A deity will watch over a crystal, but the problem is, with a lot of the old elven temples, those deities have been long forgotten. And if a deity's forgotten, that's worse than death. Because it means they can't even be brought back into existence by worship.
Hmm.
A lot of gods change their names over time to adapt. So,
So.
these ones didn't.
So what about the people with the illness? Will they get better now?
It'll take a day or two for it to fully fix the
Dissipate.
problem, but come midnight they should be fine.
Oh,
So
that's
they shall be
pretty-
fine by the time we return to the camp.
Sorry.
Shahana,
Don't just let it happen.
is this the process of fading?
The body begins to dissolve into these colorless, sort of like, ignore that. It dissolves into colorless, sort of
That's it, I'm dead.
ash particles, producing a very small feeling of relief.
Guess she used a brief amount of like red corruption, I guess, for flame.
And as the corruption dissipates, you three eventually will return to the camp, and, you know, you'll eventually find that Shannon has recovered by then. The reason we are not covering this now is because, well, due to an immense amount of overtime. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Cards down. Cards down.
Yay!
You can leave
the
event VC now. So after going 16 minutes overtime,
Assuming you already took the
leave
picture.
my VC. I took a picture. Now,
Yeah?
alright. Alrighty. Yeah, this is a good enough spot. Okay, let me just quickly switch into that before it's actually visible.
Return to reality.
Yeah, let me just
Snap
take my
back
trackers
to
off, because,
reality.
Back to reality.
just take these trackers off real quick. Hold on, because they're fucking hurting like hell now. They're way too tight on me. So, first of all,
You
Jad
too.
become visible. You count. Late joiners
Pointed
count.
them.
Snap
Pointed
back to
them,
reality.
pointed them.
Snap back to reality, motherfucker. Hurry. Before I stab you in the balls.
I know you need those.
Yeah, you need those.
That's my favorite orb. Right behind my eyes.
I require those orbs.
Okay, so Rosenborns are simple as usual. folks who need to go, stand to the pillar on my left. Sorry, wrong order. Those who need to go on the right, folks who can wait on the left. So wait, who needs to go? Sorry, so left is can
You
wait,
did
right is
right
needs
side
to
immediate, left side is
go.
wait.
Sorry.
Like your left
So
is
who's
can
left?
wait,
Yeah.
right side is
I'm staying here. I
imminent.
reject it.
Okay, that side is to go. This side is to wait. Okay, Romilia, you're up first.
I didn't even have an excuse to use this.
Let me die. Let
She's
me
supposed to
die.
You are not permitted to
Go to my
perish
side,
yet.
Romilia. Go to my side,
Go
Romilia.
forth.
Tell me. Stand to my right. Stand to my right.
That's left.
What?
Yeah. We don't have a
Hey,
box
that
here,
was
so this'll do.
We don't
That was
have
so
the
good at
box.
navigation then.
Yeah, we don't have the box. This'll do. Oh, Romilia, what you think?
Yeah, it was fun. Sorry for me being like this tired state. I was like barely
You're just out of it.
what's going on. Yeah.
I thought that was because of
But
the
that
mana
was-
exhaustion, to be honest. I didn't realize you were actually exhausted.
So, yeah, that's called
Immersion.
immersion. I'm exhausted both IC and OC. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Very immersed.
Continue.
But yeah, nice plot-driven event. I cannot understand how it was inspired in any way by mine event. It felt
In
like
terms
it
of, like-
was heavily plot-driven.
No, as in like in terms of like, you know, how to handle from a meta perspective, in terms of, you know, like letting the players drive the event instead of the NPCs. Does that make sense?
I mean, we were given quite clear objectives, like go from this place to this place, do this and that.
Find a way to fix
I
the
guess.
illness,
Despite
help
me
Shannon.
despite me
Yeah.
having retarded ideas on the way, like let's get random person from village and sacrifice them. Yeah.
Jesus. Were
Yeah.
you playing?
And understandably, Prehevil's like, no.
No.
Hmm.
It actually lists practical reasons, aka we'll be exposing ourselves to the illness doing that.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
bleed everywhere.
By the way, I'm gonna say this. Healing actually would have done some amount of work on those guys, by the way. Like,
Oh, rip.
like it would have been like, you would have
I-
essentially been giving them like, you know, like Hyperbole, or whatever the fuck you guys call elsewhere in the world, you know?
What's that,
I
Pepto-Bismol?
proposed killing that one guy who was like running and
Is that what they call it over
spilling
there?
his guts
It's
out.
just like sweet
But I was
tasting.
told, nah, it's a virus.
I think,
Touch him.
yeah.
Hmm.
Usually like kid
Um,
medicine-esque.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it Kotomi Nekirei under you?
I know the name Cowpaw.
Huh?
The sticker. You're a Kobe Shannon. But anyway.
Well,
Anyway, but I have
Walthus.
one thorn, and thorn is foot fetish. That's it.
Not a.
Excuse me, what did I miss?
They had to kiss Yoshua's foot.
Oh, again.
You remember that, right?
Yeah.
You're up, Jadrumian.
Get up there.
Yeah.
Because once again, I turned up late. This is going to be a recurring thing because of my work pattern, obviously. But you know, I still have fun
Yeah.
with it. I get to come in, be a fucking dope for a bit, and that's good.
Yeah, you're still getting paid. You're still getting paid.
Money.
Money. Incentive to NPC. Money.
That's just because I thought it would be fun. I'm
Weird
running away to the
crystal.
Americas, in 2
a
days'
funky
time, so
crystal.
it'll
Are
be
we
awesome.
adding a
Thank you
big
for-
glowy crystal to camp now because of this?
Huh? Say that again?
Are we adding a slowly growing crystal to the camp now because of this?
No, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna have that be an explanation as to why the storage room in the tavern is lit by a fucking crystal.
Fair enough.
That's it.
Oh, you know, that's just
We-
that's
we
the
got
crystal
ourselves
looked
a
over by Danu.
Fancy.
What?
Yes, it's crystal which can power 100,000 people's lives. It's in our cupboard.
Yeah,
I
nice.
mean, by now.
Yeah.
We don't have a good place to
Well,
put
it
it.
can just power up one room.
I mean,
Yes.
by
It's in
now,
our cupboard,
so we
it's lighting
can-
our closet.
It's just one lamp.
Yeah,
We don't have a
pretty
good
much,
place to
yeah.
put it.
But yeah, I didn't have a lot to add there, obviously. But yeah, nice to be here.
Sterling.
I like the general like slow pace of these kinds of things. I'm too used to having events that are actually like super high pace and they're accidentally just kind of really draining. Mainly because I've also noticed that a lot of the time my headset will decide to just randomly die.
Yeah, my headset auction
As
almost
evidence
died
of
during
why
the
that
too.
one Fianna mage was just spinning like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
It's because my headset decided to just
remember.
go blip.
Yeah. Hold on,
And I had to
wait,
directly
I can
like
still hear you.
unplug and replug the connection in order to get it to actually start functioning again.
I can still hear you. I'm just fucking warming.
Fair enough. I was absolutely expecting like Johanna to fight us jumping down like that. I thought I was like, I have trouble fighting her as I have trouble fighting her this form as Armsy. What the fuck is Pravel gonna do about this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh thank God. Okay, this is just a facsimile. We'll work with this.
No, she's already fought like Hugh before actually. Hugh won. Wait, hold on, did you guys hear that? Yeah, she fought Hugh and won. I'm sorry, Hugh fought her and won.
Yeah, fair.
Hugh is a fucking menace to society.
The Reaper absolutely knows that they want to go for the Weather Temple, and knows that odds are good it's only really a warning. Like, yeah, if you're going for that temple, expect me.
Like, I was like, hey guys, let the three of us just not go. Then we're not going to violate anything. There you go.
That would
Easy
be
plan.
funny, but that would also be kind of rude to the other player characters to do that.
Yeah.
Just not tell them of that, of a warning.
No, because then we say, well, we listened to you. You told the three of us not to go, so we didn't go.
Well, I mean, technically
Whoever else goes,
technically
then.
didn't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope it was a neat idea of just Pravel making sure that Lucia doesn't enter almost death state, or I guess hard mode difficulty bleed out for an easy mission.
That was actually
That's
about to
so
happen were you
frustrating.
not doing that.
Yeah, would have
They
entered
were actually-
bleed out.
Yes, like there were exceptions for difficulty-based bleed out, and this would have been one of them had the healing up been going on.
Yeah, and even then, that still actively exhausted Pravel, because it was kind of draining like mana and blood at that point.
I almost
pretty
saw
much.
Death
So
Stranding.
he was having to do double dosage of
believe it.
healing
Mm.
without realizing, so that exhausted him real fast,
Yeah.
even with only a minute of healing.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I always enjoy the factor of having like a limit. Plus, I do enjoy the exhausted face for some reason. I don't know why.
Limits are fun.
Just the
But limits are fun. You know, it's something I wish people would understand more. That limits are fun.
yeah. It's a factor of, and also a factor of not actually having a fight break out, even if I did think there was going to be one twice.
That was the intent. Good that you guys feel like just do these.
Pravel is also under the belief that good and evil is very few are objective, most is subjective.
Yeah.
I probably should have said that as Pravel. Yeah, like what is good for one can be evil for another.
Yeah.
Very few are objective to both. Wanted
Unless,
destruction without any reason, that's one of the few objective evils.
Yeah, like
Curing an
burning
illness
down,
usually
like,
is an objective good.
orphanage.
You got more to
There
say?
you go, that's evil.
Curing an illness, however, is usually an objective good.
You got more to say?
I don't think I have.
Bacteriums, where were they going to live?
They have no
Who's
brain.
thinking about them, huh?
Listen, unless all of the bacteria within Pravel somehow also has awakened souls, it doesn't matter. As funny as that could be. No, we just... one of these missions is just randomly in Shannon's body. We're just Osmosis Jones.
No! Don't give me ideas, you bastard!
There's one thing I almost said in character, but I decided not to. Like, the Reaper said all the shit. I was thinking, like, yeah, exactly the guy who will say all this shit just to justify genocide or something.
from his side.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I hope.
Oh, what is good? What is evil?
Yeah.
I'm gonna destroy
I don't have
everyone.
anything extra.
Yeah.
You know, this is usually what the sort of shit people say when they're about to do some fucking evil.
Before
Yes, exactly.
Eternally. Your turn.
Hello. I liked it,
no.
you know. I'm also a fan of kind of slower ones. I mean, there's lots of interactions, the funny stuff, and I got to ask another ancient entity about the cat, and by two assumably ancient entities. And I believe that is the fourth strange woman Lucy has had stare into her face from like 2 inches away.
Not even allowing proper eye contact, by the way, just keeping the mask on. How dare. How rude.
And assumably they are some sort of weird entity because they're on the transcribing thickens on the statue. So you know.
So now she is aware of that kind of factor of, and she's trying to get answers regarding the tarot cards, which, you know, makes sense. Pravel
look,
also
it's
is kind of
everyone at this
tangentially
point.
wanting to get answers for those, considering he helped recover one of them.
There were a few moments where the Reaper had her mask off during the event, by the way.
I did spot
I'm not
that.
sure if any of you caught it. Yeah.
Also,
Well,
yeah,
when she was staring at us.
was that
remember?
like on the spot? Were you assuming to, or because like it was
I won't
spotting
say.
somebody on the rocks above before like we went
Oh.
up?
I'm not telling. Figure out yourself.
I mean, I didn't spot, so always a
'cause
shadow.
I saw the shadow and I was like, yep, dead as a person.
It's a
spotted.
person.
Mm.
And Pravel theorized that to be a noblewoman, trying to like save the town and shit.
Mm.
But anyway, yeah, I thought it was great. No thorns from me as usual.
Yeah, I don't really have
Ooh.
thorns.
And now you
That's
got a
tricky.
weird ruby thing.
Yeah. The
Be
only
swinging with.
physical tangential proof aside from the temples left of Hibernia. Confirmed so far.
Teehee.
Who knows? Maybe you can add like a ruby to your crown now, if you wanna.
You're
I need the actual crown now.
Nah,
and start putting
just
stuff
shove the
into
ruby.
it.
Or you could have your ruby be your fucking crystal prop if you want.
Maybe, yeah,
will
that
think
could
about
also
it.
work. That way you could just recolor it to whatever you need.
Yeah, like it's more of a square gem, like those kinds of rubies, you know?
Ah, that kind.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah, like the kind of flushed away. If you've ever seen that movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pravel is actively, you know, trying to get more used to it.
Incredibly specific reference.
from 2006.
I feel like Pravel has gotten better at healing just on the factor of, well, how much he has been doing it.
This is why tier 2 costs so much, so your character actually improves your knowledge before you officially buy it. That's all I did, actually.
That's a factor. Like, that's also half the reason he's not actually trying to buy more spells or help. Like, usually tends to leave stuff to others. He tries to keep himself as a healer that is concerningly effective in combat.
Pharmacist.
I was so rather than saying to her, "Would you like a blessing before you die?" I was very tempted. Would you like to convert before you die?
No, brother.
What a better way to
I realized the
better way to
bullshit.
guarantee.
Realize the
You'd zero
bullshit that
yourself.
Pravel is. There is a
Would you like to embrace the
non-zero
word of Jesus
chance the
Christ?
Reaper could get stabbed in the neck.
The
Good
Reaper.
fucking luck. Good luck.
have no
fucking
neck.
luck.
Non-zero, but you know, 0 point.
Good fucking. I will say this: next time any of you guys encounter her on a Trails map, her speed will always be +2 faster than the rest of you guys.
Which would make sense.
She's possessed. She's possessing someone.
It is kind of funny that the one most effective at stabbing people in the neck, oddly enough, is the one that actively tries to show the most mercy.
It seems to be the healer curse, I'm noticing. All the healers seem to be fucking lunatics, or at the very least, oddly good at combat.
That's why we love them.
I mean, before you
Get on me then.
Like, wasn't there a moment
before-
where one of the uppercut, like, Mage Fianna literally got one-shot KO'd by me doing that? doing this.
Yeah,
Just
because you angled the head back really well, and I gave you that because I was like, nah, you angled that way too good. Nah, you fucked him in the head. Yeah.
yeah, no,
Okay,
that's like
Megan.
barbed wire plus momentum of a fucking bat. Like that's
Yeah, 'cause
not
sometimes I'll-
good.
Because
That's
sometimes I'll just because sometimes I will just ignore the HP of what my enemy is supposed to be if I think the
Yeah,
attack
for-
was that satisfying.
for
you know?
neat effect. Yeah, for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Save factor of the idea of the light magic using it to blind.
Yeah. By the way, you got anything more to say, Akula?
Nope, I'm done.
Already.
I'm gonna be heading
Alright,
off
it's time.
now.
Which is an interesting thing.
See
Time for
you.
Rain's Rambles, also known as My Turn for Roses and Thorns. You don't gotta stay for this part, but if you would like to, hell yeah. First of all, how are you guys liking the Reaper? Because one of my
Yeah.
regrets with season 1 is that I didn't give more time to flesh out Seamus, like the cult leader last season. So one of my major goals for this season is to actually flesh out like the villains properly and such.
To give them motivation. I should have had
Yeah.
specific music come up when I realized it was the Reaper. Fuck. I just had piano music going, which works.
Yeah. What do you think of the Reaper, Amelia?
I'm not sure now. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
not sure. I think evil, motherfucker.
Evil. Yeah. What do you think of the Reaper, Jad?
Well, never met them in character, but I've been around for 2 of their encounters.
Yeah.
What a strange woman.
What a strange woman indeed. Yes. Yeah. I will say this. There will be a slight bit of filler for a tiny bit. I do want to get back to the Weather Temple Saga, but I'm going on vacation between like June 2nd and June 13th, so
Fair enough.
I'd rather host those events myself, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense. So we have opportunity for other things. Who knows, maybe I'll try
Yeah,
and
so in the
host my own event in
meantime-
that time.
Oh, yes, the Goblin Pizza Joint saga shall continue.
Are you an event host?
I'm not very... I'm good at thinking, but not good at organizing.
Yeah, stick around for a bit
You
longer.
just gave me this idea, yeah.
Stick
but
around a bit
we're totally
longer.
gonna do.
And because
The
like right now, I
whole
think we have
event
plenty of
about
Eventy members, but if I feel like we need
Tuatha
any
being
more,
delivery
I
boys.
might approach you. Okay?
Yeah. Like,
we
I'm
have like,
decent...
more than enough right
Like,
now.
I know I got thrown in, like, had the social DM role, like, hoist upon me at one point, and granted, it was a small group of players, so I was at least able to make things work. I just had the excuse of using the magic 8-ball again. That I had,
Social DM and
that I
mission
had
DM
blow
are
up in
very
Bolin's
different
face at one
mindsets.
point, which was funny. I had the exact same joke, by the way, for that social lobby. If it rolled a 1, it would explode.
By the way, I just want to ask because like, did you guys like the not so subtle words there? Did you guys like the 2 encounters with the old bitch, the 30,000-year-old one? Sterling
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, no,
Sterling
because I
definitely knows more.
remembered
The thing is,
her. Because we talked.
'cause this is-
Because we talked
'cause-
during that before we headed to the Dwarven Mines with one of the first encounters with the Fianna.
different woman.
Oh, okay. Looked similar.
General, yes. Possible descendant? Who knows?
That could work, yeah.
But yeah, I now see proof that people here do like the more slower paced events, which is what I've always wanted to do with Tuatha. It's just, when we first opened up, we mostly had folks from like this one group called Coach and Yakuza, and they like their events fast paced and combat heavy. You know?
The extended combat segments of Yakuza really do rot the brain.
But now,
I-
I'm really glad to see that people are at least a little bit warming up to the more slower plot driven events. Yeah.
I know when I...
Yeah.
Oh, my Streamlabs is being
my
rude to me
background is
again.
that most all events mean like combat, like and interspersed with walking between.
Streamlabs is being rude to me again. Time to use the old
The other place
keyboard
where you're gonna combat.
bindings.
But
Alright.
yeah, honestly, ow, fuck! I hit my bottle. I hit my
Oh,
nail in the
heck.
bottle. Ah,
Ah, heck. Alright. I'm free to end the recording whenever.
yeah.
Alright.
I will say this. I'm very excited for the months coming up ahead. Not only do we have PJKT happening, in June, which, in case you guys don't know, is a massive convention and such.
Oh.
I know. It's like a massive VR convention where a lot of communities get to gather up and show off their communities via these cool elaborate booths. Joni is currently working on our booth for this year. It's really fucking cool. Yeah.
Together for another group years ago.
Yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff. And then like this Saturday, fucking quite a few of us will get the chance to join a collab event with Coach no Yakuza, which is Star Wars themed. Vermilia, show off the goods, show off the getup.
I'm right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
This is the Star Wars strip. Lie down.
Come on,
Here,
I just- It's
That's
not
a
you
very
cut the
nice
shoes.
That is a very nice
Hey,
look,
you cut the
actually.
shoes. That's nice.
Yes. I just didn't like because
Okay.
this outfit it had high heels shoes for some reason.
Hmm.
Like,
Oh
what
my
the fuck?
god.
I guess in regards
I can
to
only
it,
And of course it's
you should record
because,
that
we
Star
are on
Wars collab
Tatooine
at the
again,
very
right?
least.
I'll try to.
So,
Me
yeah,
recording
what
events,
is it like?
Or at least stream
mixed
it.
bag on my PC. No, record because Star Wars music.
Oh, right, yeah, true. No, Disney will
God
kill
damn
you.
it.
So if you want to record it, make it a Google Drive link when you're done.
Uploading to YouTube will get you murdered. Fair enough.
Yes, nuked to oblivion.
That goddamn Steamboat
should-
Wendigo.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
also, before I disappear for the night, would you guys like
Oh.
to see the tavern map?
Yeah, sure.
I'm
I can also
working
show
on.
off what I've been doing with the Armsy.
What the Somebody already made the house from GTA 6 in VR chat? What the fuck? Hasn't even
Some people
what?
are mad.
Hold on, before we check out the tavern, I just want to check this out
Okay.
first. Hold the
You know
fuck
what,
on. This can't
let
be
me
real.
close
This can't
the
be real.
things.